Okay.
Hey everyone, my name's Bobby Taruc, Joan Taruc
Yeah.
with Keller Williams Premiere Properties. Our guest today is Courtney Kuesis. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly.
Courtney
Courtney, if you
Kuesis,
don't
I
mind,
get it all the time. It's fine.
Courtney, if you don't mind introducing yourself. Right now, we don't have any viewers right now with us, but I'll pay attention to, like I mentioned, their comments and questions. We'll try to answer everything within, hopefully we'll get done in 20 minutes, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
And
no
please
problem.
introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Courtney Kuesis, as we've said, and I am an interior designer. I'm a home stager, and I'm also a general contractor. So what I do is I just go in and try to make our homes and agents' listings and everything look as best as possible to be presented.
So, Courtney, can you tell us what home staging really is?
So really, it's just like being able to place things in the home, whether it be furniture, table decor, home decor, just to be able to present the home in the best light possible.
Right.
Being able to dress it up so buyers can actually kind of picture themselves there.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney, I want to step back a little bit. Really, the genesis of this live streaming conversation was gone are the days of someone even taking cell phone pictures of the home, slap all the pictures in the MLS, and then get 20 offers on day number 3, even on the private listing network. Those days are over. Those
Absolutely.
days are way, way over. So I think sellers and listing agents have to be strategic around their marketing. So I really feel that home staging will play a huge, huge part moving forward. And this is really the reason why we wanted to have this conversation. So just stepping back a little bit, what are you hearing and what are you feeling from agents, fellow agents, also from your client sellers?
So you're absolutely right. Gone is the market where people are just trying to buy homes and grab the homes off the market as fast as possible. So now people are starting to get picky. So people are starting to figure out what house do they want to place that offer on. And what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that houses that are staged are getting about 25% more showings off the internet,
Mhm.
getting the people to the door. And then also they're getting a 1 to 5% increase in the median sales price. So they're actually getting
Wow.
more for the home because of home staging. And not to mention, so they say that the average price of home staging, you could go anywhere from like $750 to $1,800. And $1,800 is obviously with furniture rental and all of that when you're really completely staging a vacant home. And the return on investment, they're getting 102 to 109% back money in, when they sell the home. So it's totally worth it. You're just getting your money right back.
That really explains why staging is important for old homes as well as new homes.
Absolutely.
Any home.
What I heard was very funny is I went to a class probably in the beginning of my career, and it's stuck with me ever since. Lynn Madison said that you're pretty much wrapping the home up in a present, right? With your marketing and everything. And there's a difference between a regular necklace box and a Tiffany's box. And you want to make that house look like a Tiffany's box because a lot of buyers can't see past certain things and they can't visualize themselves in the home. So placing that home and decorating it to make it look the best that it can be done, especially by an interior designer, it really shows these buyers the potential of that home. And then they end up really wanting to put that offer in and really wanting the home with just simple home decor and furniture in it.
Absolutely. Sorry, you have a question.
When you say simple, and yet you're talking about putting the staging in throughout the house, it's not really just setting maybe a plant in a room or a desk in an office. It's what difference is it? than just placing something in.
When it comes, right, like to be, you're pretty much saying between like someone and a stager, just like a seller placing something there or a stager placing something there. I think it's because we're in the business. We really study just ways to place things, what colors to put in the rooms, what colors to enhance in those rooms, how much light to bring into those rooms. All of these things, like, I think to me, it's simple. And because I do it every day. So, and it's like
Right.
not even having to put a lot of product in a room, but just the right product, right? And just
Right.
place maybe 5 or 6 things in the room that can completely change the place. And I kind of like to call it my superpower.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think we covered the second question and the rationale behind why home staging. And we talked a little bit more around really true numbers and ROI and the benefits of home staging. Do you have any more recent case studies or portfolios where, I'm not sure if you were able to screen share any of your portfolios, but if you can just walk us through as an example, how long, what's the level of effort from planning to execution to hopefully the home getting a contract right away? Walk us through a little bit of your process, even to the day of scheduling a meeting with your client.
So in the beginning, I usually get the phone call from the agent saying, you know what, I need your services. I need you to come over, come see my client, walk them through, and really let them know what needs to be done. So I usually set up a home consultation first. I come in, and that is just free of charge. I come in, I meet with the client, we walk through, and I let them know what I think needs to be done to prep the home for staging. And most of the time, it's a lot of decluttering, removing certain pieces of furniture out of rooms to show the maximum space in that room, and a lot of also taking down personal pictures, which a lot of people hate to do. But I try to work with them and let them know, this is the important things to get this home to sell. And I can stop there and I can just do a consultation with somebody. And then if they want to, then I come in, I can use the homeowner's home decor, or I use my own home decor. And then I schedule, what I like to do is schedule same day as real estate agents photography. So I like to have the photos the same day, and I will come in about 4 to 5 hours early, depending on the size of the home. So then I'm also there for pictures. I want to make sure that I'm walking that property with the photographer, and any touch-ups that he needs, I provide to make that room look perfect. Especially just like if you're doing model photography, you're fixing the hair, I'm fluffing the pillows, I'm fixing the blankets, I'm making sure that everything is perfect, because no agent doesn't like it more than a messed up blanket in a picture, if you're as OCD as I am. Now, with that being said, I've actually got some stats here from NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. And the offer value increase, they've got 23% of realtors said that their offer value increased from 1 to 5% with home staging. 6 to 10% raised in 18%. And 11 to 15% of realtors raised 6%. So agents in our industry are heavy believers of home staging. There's only about 7% of agents that say that home staging doesn't help a sale.
Yeah, that's very interesting and eye-opening. So, Joan, do you have any more questions, or you want me to ask some questions?
Well, I think she's pretty much explained why it's important to have staging, but I was wondering if there's any price point homes that you feel like
it's going to be staged, yeah.
It has to be staged.
I've had this question asked to me multiple times, and honestly, no. I mean, I say, okay, let me put it this way. If it's over $750,000, it definitely should not be left empty. You definitely have to put that together for them. You're kind of selling that package. But I think every home should be staged
Mhm.
at a certain point. I mean, obviously, if you're dealing with like investment properties and things like that, and there's a price point there, then I get it. But I think a lot of homes should be from 200,000 up, definitely should be staged. And we work within budgets. Most stagers do. I do. I know it. I just want to get that home sold. I want to make your business better. So I think no matter what level of staging you do, something needs to be done to make that home the best possible. It needs to be presentable, and you want to draw buyers to that door. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me ask you this question, Courtney. I think sometimes there are minimums that I think that the home seller should at least aspire to. As an example, at least update the flooring or at least paint the entire interior of the house. What are other minimums that you think borderline precursor to home staging, or if they're going to skip home staging, at least do these? Do
Well,
you
when it
have
comes
a
to,
list?
yeah, that's actually that's like my upgraded premiums is getting into, we could go on forever about, remodeling, me, but the flooring, the paint, that's, you get 102 to 5% return on those things. So definitely your flooring and your paint. I really love changing out light fixtures. I think light has a lot to do with homes. So when you have older light fixtures, they have the older bulbs in them, they have the older wattage in them, and these newer light fixtures can change the look of every room. And well, I mean, people, their eyes go to that, right? So when you have modern light fixtures, I think that's huge. Also, changing the hardware, simply changing the hardware on your cabinetry, because the most important rooms in a house when it comes to staging are your main living area, your kitchen, and your bathrooms. And making those look the best that they can, and updating those light fixtures, updating that hardware, and definitely paint and flooring, and decluttering and cleaning. That's just the basics.
Just minimums, precisely. Joan, any?
When you're thinking of flooring and painting, are there any particular colors or flooring styles that tend to stand out?
Of course. So when it comes to wall colors, 2022 has kind of turned into this grayish era. There was that gray and white, that really stark, those light colors before. Now we're getting into this a little bit of softer. Gray is still pretty big, but there's colors called Big Chill by Sherwin Williams. That's a huge one. There's also Repose Gray. It's still in style, but bringing that cream and that gray together, kind of warming up that space, is big this year. And also what I have seen in my world is vinyl flooring becoming a huge upsell. It's actually getting right up there with hardwood flooring, where that is going to be what they're looking for. It's indestructible. It's great for young families. It's great for pets. It's all around, just makes sense. And not to mention that it's cheaper than hardwood.
So are you talking about the vinyl flooring that we used to see in grandma's house, or like the roll in the kitchen, or
no, that is vinyl wall. I'm talking about wood look vinyl.
Yes.
So it's called LVT, which is luxury vinyl. And what that does is they come in, it's very wood. They look almost identical than actual hardwood, except for these planks are getting a little bit wider, a lot wider than we can get in regular hardwood. So it gives that more modern, that sleek look. But it's also, makes sense, because when you have hardwood, you do have, room for damage. So when you spend that money to get it refinished and all that, and hardwood is beautiful, it's still an upcharge. It's not on its way out. But that vinyl, that luxury vinyl's definitely in, and it makes sense for sellers too. They're going to get that return like big time on that vinyl flooring.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a question. So I want to shift gears a little bit, because we know that probably still going to be true the balance of 2022 and going into 2023. Millennials will be probably a third or more than a third of the buyers in purchases of home transactions. We know that Gen Z is right behind them. And we know that generationally, their expectations are turnkey. So is that what you're seeing still generationally? Those are their
Yeah.
expectations. They want everything turnkey. They want everything updated in terms
Yes.
of furnishings, finishes, colors, etc. Which again goes back to the rationale in the question to you is, why is home staging so important?
Well, I think in this sense too, we're getting into the remodel, and what it is the millennial and the Gen Z, they don't want to touch anything. They want to come in and they want to buy their home, the home of their dreams. They don't want to have to do the work. They don't want to have to, time is money for them, right? So I think it's definitely worth it. And I push this to a lot of my clients as well with my background, is going in there and changing that kitchen and changing those bathrooms, but doing it within a budget, but doing it with what makes sense. And it's everywhere. It's going to be a huge, I'm going to say that a lot of these outdated homes that are on the market, it would only benefit them completely to go in there and update the certain things that need to be updated. And a lot of people are scared of it. You know, they're like, I don't want to go through the renovation. I don't want to spend the money on this. I just want to get rid of this. But having that home stager come in and just walk through with them actually might open their eyes to, okay, it doesn't have to be that bad. Let's do small updates that can change these millennials and these Gen Z's thoughts of this home. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any more questions? I think we're kind of wrapping up here towards the end of the questions that we thought of. Courtney, how can people get a hold of you?
You can call me, you can call me at 773-750-0455. You can email me at tk@tkdesigns.com, which is kind of funny how you said turnkey, because that's the name of my business, Turnkey Designs, LLC.
I thought those were the initials of your first and last name. I'm sorry.
It is also the initials of my first and last name. I tried to be really smart with it. So Tomko Kuesis, I use TK for turnkey.
Yeah,
absolutely. Joan, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, they can always give me a call or at 630-306-2684, or check our web page, isn't it? teamtaruc.com.
Facebook, keywords, Facebook page, Team Taruc, also on Instagram. We have a TikTok account as well, but I'm not too much on TikTok. But anyway, Courtney, thank you so much for having this conversation. Hopefully this will not be the last one. Yeah, we are going on Lord willing, on a listing appointment. Lord willing, we'll have that listing. And for sure, if there's an opportunity for home staging, for sure, we're going to home stage it. We need to differentiate ourselves from the competition. Like I mentioned, we're way beyond doing nothing for marketing and have 20 offers. Those days are over.
And we're loving our kitchen.
I love it. I love
yeah.
It turned out so beautiful.
Okay, Courtney, thank you so much. Have a great day. Hopefully you get your phone back ASAP.
Yes, I will tonight between 5 and 7.
Yay!
We've got minutes.
All right.
Thanks
you later.
so much, guys. Good luck on your listing appointment.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.